The male gaze refers to the theory in which audiences are expected to view characters from the perspective of a heterosexual male. Under the male gaze, women are regulated to the status of sexual objects. The camera lingers on specific female body parts, highlighting the curves and areas of sexuality in order to gain the reaction of heterosexual men. All viewers are secondary to the experience of the privileged male. This phenomenon is highlighted in films that feature women gazing at or sexually interacting with other women. While there are some films that showcase queer relationships as social issue films or try to present multiple views of normative sexuality, major Hollywood films often depict same-sex interactions as one more way to appease heterosexual male viewers. Women are portrayed as hypersexualized in order to become commodifications for the film industry and the monolithic audience of the heterosexual male. For this analysis, I have selected a few films that highlight the male gaze in the portrayal of female same-sex interactions on film. Chasing Amy is a 1997 American romantic comedy film written and directed by Kevin Smith. The following scene highlights a heterosexual male's response to a kiss shared between two women.
What? It's rude. Man, when are we ever gonna get a chance to see this kind of shit live without paying for it?
Only a year after Chasing Amy, another film was released that portrayed hypersexualized women performing both figuratively and literally for the male gaze. The next scene reveals a liaison between two women while a man not only watches but videotapes. Wild Things was released in 1998 and directed by Bryan Singer. The following is a scene from American Pie 2, which was directed by J.B. Rogers and released in 2001. American Pie is a popular comedy franchise, and the original films grossed $989 million worldwide. This scene features young white middle to upper class males asking women to sexually perform for them after breaking into their home.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
In researching this topic, I came across a blog that commented on the 2010 film Black Swan, which was directed by Darren Aronofsky. The blog post claims that chick flick plus lesbian scene equals couples movie. They go on to say, "I'm not saying Black Swan is a chick flick. It's a far cry from Beaches. But if there's a movie you might have trouble getting your guy to go see with you, you can make a pretty convincing case for yourself by casually mentioning that there is girl-on-girl action." The next scene is a perfect representation of lesbian lovers specifically created for that male gaze. The scene begins with frenzied kissing and includes close-ups of garter belts. Issues of the male gaze are further problematized by the exotification of women of color who are typically cast in secondary roles like those played by Penelope Cruz in Vicky Cristina Barcelona and Head in the Clouds. While these films are both more thoughtful about the relationship between two women, they compound issues by perpetuating stereotypes of the overtly sexual Latina female. In addition, both films include a relationship that surrounds two females and a male, a fantasy which is representative of the male gaze. Adding a male to intimate encounters between two women also insinuates that women are unable to be sexually satisfied without a male. The films examined in this presentation highlight that there is a misguided assumption in popular Hollywood films that women who love women are confused, hypersexualized, and driven to perform in ways that will gain reaction of the male gaze.